A busy day at the state capitol today as demonstrators protested the planned vote on a new congressional map. Republican leaders are prepared to push through with the vote tomorrow in the House and the Senate. Good evening. I'm Michelle Imparato.
And I'm Stuart Moore. Critics say the controversial new district lines could cost Democrats 4 seats. Western News political reporter Greg Fox is live for us at the Capitol. Greg, it looks like there's no stopping this train.
And Democrats would agree on that one. They think it's illegal. They think the new map is unconstitutional. They protested outside the Capitol today. And inside the Capitol, more than 150 people let lawmakers know that they think this is not fair for voters.
So help me God. Congratulations.
On the House floor, 3 new representatives were sworn in, including Democrat Emily Gregory, who in March flipped a Republican seat in a district that includes President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. The irony was fresh in the minds of state lawmakers as they know Governor Ron DeSantis is under intense pressure from the president to win approval of the governor's new congressional map. It could give Republicans up to 4 more seats in Congress. Both the state Senate president, Senate GOP members, and Republicans in the State House have indicated they're on board with the governor's plans, and they have the votes to approve it.
The governor drew a map, and it is our job to entertain that map, to debate it, to converse it, and to eventually vote on it. That's what this body is going to do. And everyone in this chamber is going to have an opportunity to ask questions, to have debate, and eventually to vote, either in favor or in opposition.
These maps go beyond just being illegal. These maps are racist.
Democratic Orlando State Senator Carlos Guillermo Smith.
They break up the Puerto Rican and Hispanic community in Central Florida into little pieces. They break up the Black and African American community across the state to intentionally dilute those communities' voting power.
And a confused young person does not vote.
More than 150 people signed up to speak to the redistricting committee, almost all of them in opposition.
Let's not make it worse
by having the complete lack of transparency to allow the voters to be able to look at it.
Thank you for your comment.
It should be rejected.
What part of no do you not understand?
37 yeas, 1 nay, Mr. President.
In other business, the Senate passed a measure that would create an artificial intelligence Bill of Rights introduced by Seminole County Senator Jason Broder.
AI grooming and sexually exploiting children.
But despite this social media post from the governor to encourage passage, the speaker tossed that and 2 other bills off the House calendar, delivering more pushback to the governor's agenda.
So here's where we are. The House will be first to start in the morning, the Senate soon after that, and then they will vote, probably finishing up by the end of the day, but with plenty of debate in between. And again, not sure what's going to happen considering there was a House sit-in, a Democratic protest, just 4 years ago, the last time we redrew the maps. Covering Tallahassee, live at the Capitol, Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.